Aloha and welcome to this very first screencast for ICS 314 Fall 2017. My name is Philip Johnson. I'm going to be teaching you this fall. I'm super psyched for this class. Got some special stuff in store for you. I think this might be the best time I've ever taught it. And if you're watching this video, it's because you found the pregame module, which is right here. And the idea is that I wanted to provide you guys with some stuff to do this summer. You know, the surf's not always up, and you know, how much time can you spend at the beach, really, at the end of the day? It's probably good to, you know, do a little preparation for 314, only if you want to, not required. But a lot of people like to kind of get familiar with some of the technology in 314 in advance. So here's a way to do so. One of the things I'd really like for you to do this summer is to make sure that you have a laptop that's kind of developer level. You can read through the requirements here. It doesn't have to be that expensive, but it should be a fairly recent laptop. If your laptop is, 4 years old, you might want to consider this summer looking for a sale or something and getting it. If you happen to be using Windows, you have to have Windows 10. That's going to become extremely important when we get to the meatier part of the class. We use Slack for communication in the class. If you don't know Slack, you'll like it. It's really nice. Makes communication a lot more fun. And I've created a team called ICS 314 Fall 17. You can go here to join it. That's a great thing to do this summer. You can kind of introduce yourself and communicate about your experience with pregame. If you haven't used the command line yet, you need to learn to use the command line for this class, environment variables and so forth. So there's different resources you can use. I give you one link here, but there's other ones that you may prefer, but you should learn the command line this summer. The other thing you might want to do, I do spend 1 week on this during the semester, but if you don't know that much about HTML and CSS, this is a great thing to do this summer because you can learn it. It's not very hard, not taxing intellectually or anything, and then you've kind of got it under your belt, and that part of the semester will go a little faster and easier for you. We are using JavaScript for this class. If you come from ICS, you've been using Java. If you come from computer engineering, you've been using C++. So this is going to be a new language for you. I think you're going to really like it. It's a very cool language. JavaScript has evolved a lot. It's getting better and better, and yet it is a new programming language to learn. You'll be learning callbacks and creating anonymous functions and doing some crazy functional programming stuff during the semester. So you might want to get a little head start on learning JavaScript. Again, optional. I do provide a few weeks at the beginning of the semester where I take you through basic ideas of JavaScript, but you could go through a Code Academy course during the summer and maybe get a little head start. Now this Code Academy thing, it has kind of like a basic version and a pro version. I don't know if you really need to do the pro stuff or not. You can kind of just go through the basic stuff, and that will give you the flavor of JavaScript. There's all sorts of other little JavaScript tutorials. You can go find one if you want to play around with it. The other thing we'll be doing is using IntelliJ IDEA as the editor for this class. Again, by December, you'll probably not want to use any other development environment. IntelliJ IDEA is so great, although it does have a learning curve. So it might be a good idea for you guys this summer to download it, play around with it a little bit just to get some passing familiarity. Again, we'll go into more detail in the class, but it's not a bad thing to do during the summer. You can get it for free while you're a student by going to this link. And so that I think, all of these things, again, they're optional, but, if you want to get a head start on things, this is not a bad way to do it. Looking forward to seeing you guys in August. Have a great rest of your summer, and look forward to having some fun in software engineering.